He said, I got a camera says I didn't. I do my best to be pleasant, professional, and respectful. I really try. It's very different for me to raise my voice. Now, you'd have caught me 15, 20 years ago. Yeah, I might say some choice words to you. Or I might raise my voice. The ACO, aka ACI that I'm now, oh, Q. I'm like this. I'm so laid back. They're like, I don't even look like a threat, but I still have a uniform on. I don't even look like authority, but I still have a uniform on. The uniform poses some type of, you know, I don't want to say threat, but some type of like, okay, what's up? I'm like, no, it ain't that deep. And in me being me, I usually lead with like, hey, I'm Officer Hurst. I introduce myself. Somebody had a call. I'm not sure who. It's anonymous. It is or not. But first of all, do you have a dog? I asked the question, do you have a dog? I don't
Yes.
assume. I don't assume, Q. Do you have a dog? They say yes. What allegedly the dog gets out, stuff like that. Did that, unbeknownst to you, have dog been out for us, man? Well, he gets out here. So now you already incriminate yourself for a charge of whatever or whenever it happened. But at the same time, we're talking and we're conversing, and I don't feel threatening or opposing. I'm like, okay, what can we do about this? And I'm this person here. I want to warn. I want to give them a warning in every fashion I can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. And don't you say they're too, like, old, modern approaches to stuff, hard versus soft. I've also gone to, because we are getting more and more people registering, and we've got email addresses, the whole
Mm-hmm.
nine yards for all these pet owners. If it's not an egregious situation that
Mm.
requires immediate response by us in our vehicles, I am, I would gladly pick up the phone and give you a phone call. How many times do you get a call? Well, Bonnie Joe's dog was running out last night about 9 p.m. and it was just running around for about an hour and a half before it came home, and it just really upset everybody in the neighborhood. And could you please talk to her? Be happy to. Be happy to. Bobby Joe's got her dog registered. I've got her phone number. You know how many people like the fact that I picked up the phone and gave them a call concerning the situation, and sometimes they'll say, you know what, thank you for calling me. I said, I really didn't want to roll up the house, because seeing a city vehicle in front of your house, that then all the neighbors start to talk, and she's like, well, Fluffy got loose yesterday, and I'm really so sorry. And it took me a while to get her under control, but we were able to. And I'm doing XYZ. I just had this same thing happen earlier this week. Somebody called about a dog running around, felt like the neighborhood was unsafe, but it happened the other day. The woman had her dog registered. I gave her a call. She said those things, and then she said, we have been a little negligent about letting our dog outside without a leash. I'm really sorry. We have got a special training collar that we ordered for the dog. It'll be here in about a week. But I do promise from this point on that until we get through this training and the recall and all that she will be on leash. Wow. What did I just got a confession, an admission, cooperation, and they are compliant in terms of the fact that their dog is registered.
Pause. Pause.
So,
No, pause. So what Q is talking about, and this is the evolution of, AKA, community enforcement, community policing, however you want to phrase it. For my dude and dudettes, again, this is Q, Quentin Johnson, episode 53. Don't fuck up the crime scene. Let me tell you, I'm so used to calling people, hypothetically, calling people, especially if I have the owner's information. I'm like, hey, I don't want to come out to your house. Allegedly, your dog got out, blase, blase, blase. And they're like, what? Sometimes they don't even know. They're like, oh, or their
right.
kid, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, I want to give you a verbal one on the phone. I put it in the computer. We good to go. Are we good? They're like this. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. And that goes a long way,
Absolutely does.
And then, then don't get me wrong. You have certain municipalities that say, well, you have to go to the call. I And don't get me wrong, work smarter, not harder. How can we, it's still going to be, first of all, the call came in, that's a complaint. How did I handle it? Did I go in person or did I have it via phone? It's 2 ways you can handle it. It's 3 ways you can handle it. You can decide, it's so many ways you can handle it. I'm like this, hey, especially if the dog's running loose, go get your damn dog. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go out there looking for your dog and return. First of all, the RTOs, I don't mind, but I'm like this, chop, chop. It's your dog, your responsibility. Get your goddamn dog. You know what I'm saying? And Q, I'm glad you brought that up. For all my dude and dudettes out there, listeners like that, Q is dropping some OG knowledge on how to work through a problem with a repeat offender, or if the animal gets out and you have the registration. This is why registration. And I got Matt McCormick coming on about registering your dogs and licensing. This is why it's important. Q, go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
No, that's fine. Again, you mentioned, calling somebody up. For those what we call frequent flyers, whose animals are loose all the time, unless the dog is on restrictions, if it's been declared dangerous or vicious or something like that, then I want to kick the dog. But I still want to notify the owner because, like you say, sometimes they don't know. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'll be out there and I am rolling too. So if you get your dog before I get there, call me back and let me know you got the dog back home. And then we still need to have a discussion.
Right.
However, they do appreciate the fact that, animal control has had an undeserved reputation for things that have happened in the past a long time ago. And we are trying to show people that we are true professionals at what we do, that we care about people, we care about the community, we care about the safety of their own animals. And when we do things of that nature, they then learn that we aren't the bad guys, that, we can be on their side. There may be consequences. I may be issuing you a ticket, especially if somebody sends me a video via their smartphone of that dog that I know belongs to Junebug over here, all right? And there's no doubt that it's that dog. Mm-hmm. Got timestamp. I've got witness. I guess somebody who's willing to go and testify in front of the hearing officer that they took that video, so we don't have to worry about that issue, okay? And some people are fine with that too. Okay, fine. As long as it's not something where you actually have to physically remove the dog. Now, if you do have to remove the dog, that's a whole another ball game. And at that point, a lot of times you're beyond the education, the basic education stuff. At that point, you're moving on to getting your bachelor's or master's degree education in animal control.
The thing is, I had a call the other day where, and this, okay, so for my peeps out there, you have hoarders and what I want to say pre-hoarders, okay? And now it's a new concept. I know I'm a little different. You have pre-hoarders who are not hoarders yet. They're damn near close. But they get these dogs and they want to help these dogs. They don't know how to say no. When somebody wants to give up their dog, they want to take the shelter because in fear they're going to put the dog down. So I'll take them. And they take upon way more they can ever handle, right? Do they do this on purpose? No. Do they have some sense? Yes. Are they a hoarder?
Yes.
Damn near. Criteria? Probably not, but they're damn near. What should I do with this person? Okay, so my thing is, I had a case, no names, not on, it's adjudicated, but no names, where he had a whole bunch of dogs and one dog was attacked. And you wouldn't believe the dog that was attacked, aka with, people dog me up, a pit bull. And what is a pit bull? We won't go there. It was a pit bull and other dogs attacked it. It just destroyed the dog, okay? And I get there, 7, 8 cops down, lieutenant, I had a shooter over here with a rifle. It was serious. It was a very hot, tenuous situation. The owner is bloody up, so like that and everything. And, for all my officers going on scene and everything, PPE. Put your gloves on, at the minimum. PPE up because you might be touching stuff and you don't know whose blood or what blood it is. PPE, okay? That's what I would tell you. I get over there. I'm like, okay, I dealt with this person seldomly. I don't want to say he's a snowflake, but he crazy. And I'm like, okay. I'll talk to him. Like, okay. I have to ease off the officers because everybody's tense. Everybody's tense. So tense is not good. I like officers, police officers, sheriff officers, marshal. I need you to be relaxed, okay? Because tense means possible accidental discharge of a firearm. Possible. And because we're going to harm's way, bullets, they don't have an address. They just go. Okay. Now, of course, the officer is, for the most part, he's responsible for whatever ammo he discharges. But when it's tense and stuff like that, woosah, what's going on? Go there, have my ears out. I'm listening. All right, what we got? Okay, got it. Okay. What we dealing with? And when I say what I'm dealing with, the individual. Is they coherent? Are they cray? And cray is a goddamn state of being. Okay. What am I dealing with? Help me. Okay. Because Officer Hurst, Q, I'm going to make it back home. Okay.
Right.
I'm not going to. So I go there and everything. And he's frantic. It's an issue with the dogs barking and so many dogs. It's like a continuous of the flight, whatever. It's a lot going on. I'm like, okay, let's calm it down. And that's when the officer needs to what? Take control of the situation. Right. And this is a different rookie, avid officer, and a mature officer, and a senior officer or a vetted officer. They can go like this. Okay, like me going into a situation now. If I don't FTO, but if I FTO, I was like, okay, give me a second. Stay in the truck. One second. Stay in the truck. Okay, what we got? I'm going to talk to the powers that be on scene and listen to what's going on. Then I'm going to survey and say, okay, what we got? Okay. I went up to, this is 2 days ago, bro. I went up to the spotter who has a rifle ready to put down any and everything. I was like, okay, me and you talking. Well, what do you see? He says, bop, 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 bop. I'm like this. Okay, 10-4. The animals are hyped up because the owner is hyped up. Not good. I need to calm the owner down for the animals to be calm. Okay? Then I have a spotter. I have a shooter. I have a shooter on site. I'm like this. I said, okay. Now I tell him, stand down. We good. He said, you good? I said, stand down. We good? Okay, 10-4. Now, I don't hold any command anymore. I'm not who I was. So I'm like this. We good? We good. I go over to the lieutenant. Yo, I'm going to go over here. He said, you good? I said, I'm great. Okay. The last thing I want is a red dot following me into a place.
Yes.
So I go over there. I talk to him. He's bleeding. He tried to separate a fight with some dogs like that. I said, all right, cool. And I asked him, what am I dealing with and what we got going on? Well, I have a dead dog in the back. Dog wasn't dead. Okay. Well, it was in shock. Looked like it was dead, but was still breathing. It's in shock. Multiple wounds all over it, ripped open, stuff like that from the other dogs. I have 2 really big, massive type of dogs. Friendly as fuck. Just friendly as hell. But when they're around their master, they're goofy. They're around you, they're not goofy, And then I had other dogs running around barking. In the bark, it could be a frightful bark, an incite bark. It could be a whole other bark. Man, interesting. I got over there. I said, okay, blah. So the dog's still alive. Got to stretch it out. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. What we got going? I got the bite dog. That's going. This other dog, a peer group. That's going. What do you got over here? That's going. Don't get me wrong. I want to, again, educate you, investigate you, and eliminate the problem. And Q, we eliminated the problem. I digress. Right. Go ahead.
No, we've had several situations like that. You talk about your borderline, that you see the direction they're going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in Aurora, you can have 2 dogs. That's the limit. Now, if you apply, you can get a 3rd dog.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everybody's got to get fixed, licensed, vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. If I get there and you got 3 dogs and a litter of puppies, you're way over the limit. But I'm going to educate you because most of the time what happens is that these people that have the puppies